Hey Google, hey Siri, now that I got your phone's attention, take note and get ready to transcribe. Let's get to it. Welcome. Another fabulous episode of IBF On Demand. I'm your AI-assisted and 100% natural host, Eric Wilson. You can find me at eric@ibf.org. That's eric@ibf.org. Still somewhere in my bunker in an undisclosed location in Kentucky. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subscribes. Find me on LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and wherever you get this podcast. I want to thank our special guest, Arkiva, driving business transformation by solving what others cannot. Thank you, Arkiva, for being a fabulous sponsor. Check out them as well. And I am working on another exciting project. I know I always got these projects. Well, I got another exciting project, but this one, you may actually be interested. I said you can find me on TikTok. Well, you will be able to find me on TikTok, and you'll be able to find me on another YouTube channel. This one's not going away. You're still going to get all the great content here, but we're adding another channel that's going to be a little bit different. If you like or love these, you're going to love the other ones then as well. And if you're listening only, like I know 60-70% of the audience do to these podcasts, come over to YouTube for this as well. We're going to have another exciting opportunity. They're going to be shorter. We're going to have another podcast there from somebody else, but we're also going to have shorter content, more bite-sized, more interactive type of content, other people's content there as well. It's going to be a hub for people, younger generation maybe even, to share their content, and you can be able to listen and watch there as well. So stay tuned for more information about that. Recently, I sat in on an S&OP process review at a company. So went to actually audit their S&OP process, was sitting in on an executive S&OP forum. Sitting there were 9 people in this boardroom and on the call. So counting it, about 9 people. There were 15 AI bots at the same time. I'm not exaggerating. There was more bots, almost twice the number of AI bots than there were actual people on this call and in the room. We had bots recording, transcribing, summarizing, analyzing, doing everything, and one person pretty much talking the entire meeting. Everybody on the call was mostly muted and mostly passive during the entire discussion. And that's when it hit me. I think maybe we've gone a little bit too far. So I also thought, hey, we're going to have a future podcast here as well. Don't get me wrong. I support our AI overlords and note-taking capabilities. I still say thank you after my ChatGPT prompts. This is one area I see it adding value if used properly. It can be a great note taker in an S&OP process. They free us from manual transcription and allow participants to be more present if they would be more present in the process. They ensure full documentation, no more missed follow-ups or undocumented action items. Summaries can highlight patterns, surface risk, provide consistency across multiple meetings, have the same format for the meeting taking, note taking. AI tools can help scale knowledgeable across teams, especially when multiple functions or regions are involved. Summaries can highlight patterns, surface risks, and provide consistency across multiple meetings, providing a same format and notes across all the meetings. AI tools can help scale knowledge across teams, especially when multiple functions or regions are involved and people do have to be remote. But remember that podcast I did on AI is breeding mediocrity? Well, at that meeting, I think it's worse than I thought. Not the podcast. but the truth in that topic. There is a line, and I think we are actually starting to cross it. We are relying on AI to listen for us, and we've stopped maybe listening for ourselves. Worse than that, we've stopped asking questions. I talked about a few podcasts ago about how important questions are in an S&OP process. We've not only stopped asking the questions, we've stopped listening. This AI bots and AI note-taking, it encourages mediocrity. You start showing up to process reviews just to be summarized. You're reading the summarized notes opposed to really being part of the process and meeting itself. But it may be more underlying symptoms too. I'm seeing misinterpretation. AI summaries can tell you what was said, but not how it was said or why what was said mattered. The context or the situation where the certain information was shared. Bots can't read body languages yet, or tone or urgencies, or detect discomfort or hesitation when something's said, which often reveals a lot of times the real story, or when you need to probe more and ask more questions. A sarcastic remark might even get logged in as an action item. I actually seen it happen in some of the AI notes that I've had taken before, where a sarcastic comment actually got logged as here is an action item to go with. Trusting in summary breeds blind spots. Context will absolutely get lost, and nuance will absolutely disappear with an over-reliance on just the summary or an AI note taker. You also lose some or most of the purpose of an S&OP meeting. Most of it's lost. It shouldn't be about reporting. If you go in thinking your S&OP process is a reporting process and reporting function, then yeah, maybe AI can report what was said. But S&OP needs to be an active engagement. It needs to be an active meeting with participants. It's not just reporting, it's a back and forth. It's active engagement. You can't build consensus. This is one of the biggest problems I see with an AI note taker. When I was sitting in that room with 9 people on the Loom or call, 15 bots, most of the people that were still there were relying on the AI bot that they had, and they were passive. You absolutely cannot build consensus with an AI agent. Decisions require active engagement, not passive observations. And you need multiple people talking and relating their opinions, their ideas, and coming to a conclusion and figuring out, hey, this is where my bias was, or this is where I misinterpreted something, or this is truly what is going to be advantageous to us, and this is the cons if we don't do it. And having those back and forth discussions, those healthy debates are important to build a consensus. You're not going to have consensus with AI talking to AI. You need people talking to people. It creates a false sense of alignment as well. When everyone's nodding and just relying on a summary, but no one's really discussing it, you're missing key pieces. You're missing gaps where you should have spoken up and nothing was said. You're missing gaps in the summary then as well. There's guaranteed to be gaps not only in the conversation, but gaps in the report out. And you find gaps in the outcomes. Consensus is a void that happens when we have this over-reliance on AI note takers in these meetings. We need to find a way to be able to incorporate it in a successful way. Because I said there is advantages to bringing these into an S&OP process. But I said we're seeing a lot more negatives right now. With an over-reliance on it, we just have to say stop. Whether it's going to be a company policy, whether it's just going to be your own becoming a little wiser and saying, hey, I can use this a little bit differently than the way I do. Kind of like ChatGPT prompts. I mean, they're wonderful. I use them all the time. But at the same time, an over-reliance on it is going to not only dumb you down, but then also dumb down the materials you're providing then as well. It cannot think beyond what you and what it's programmed to be able to do. It loses initiative. It loses innovation. And S&OP and meetings need innovation. They need initiative. And that's what we need to provide. And if we create AI meetings, talking to AI bots, it's almost like our social media that has AI posts and AI bots responding to it. They're going to have a happy little world of their own. And people, thoughts, innovation gets pushed to the side. So we need a creative but responsible way to bring this new technology that I'm saying I think we went too far on back into our meetings. AI note takers, they're not going to go away. And like email or Slack before them, they're reshaping the way we meet, collaborate, and make decisions. We had to adapt to the online meeting 5 years ago. And we've done a good job now finding a way to balance in person, online, how to discuss, how to interact. We're finding that balance still. There's still a little bit ways to go even on that. Now we're throwing in a new form of AI note takers. Whether they make meetings more effective or more performative is still up for debate. And it's up to you. AI, we have a say on the way we're utilizing it and the way it gets implemented. This is not an anti-tech. It's about intentional use. Use AI to support, not replace, human interaction. Let bots take notes, but assign a human to clarify them maybe and ask the right follow-ups. Use summaries to prepare for meetings, not to replace them. Review recordings or highlights as context, not a consensus. The best practice is probably a human plus machine type of relationship. Pair the AI note takers with the S&OP facilitators. We all want our own little personal AI bots on the call to take notes for us and summarize it. I said there is becoming an over-reliance on it, and not everyone is properly utilizing them. So we should have an S&OP facilitator, S&OP champions. Most mature S&OP processes have them, or designate who the S&OP facilitator will be for each meeting and let them drive engagement, help facilitate consensus, and also utilize those AI meeting minutes to clarify the tone, provide additional human feedback into them, and validate the insights before sending it out when everyone has a copy of them. So we have a centralized hub for those AI notes now that they're flowing through then. Maybe that's a solution for it. It's absolutely a tool in an S&OP manager's toolbox. They should start utilizing now. Build consensus in real time, but then let AI reinforce, not replace it. and provide a documentation trail that is coming from a centralized source then to all attendees. That allows people to become back and becoming engaged. This reminds me a great example I just saw recently then as well. My daughter went to a concert recently, and one of the things they did, 20,000 people in attendance, and they lock out everyone's phone when you walk in. The reason being is not because copyright material and we don't want pictures. No, they'll post all kinds of things. They want you to be in the moment because you get so much more out of the experience when you're in the moment. I mean, that's for creative purposes. But guess what? For consensus purposes, to understand what's going on, to have better insights, we need to be more in the moment. We need to be off of our phones, off the AI note takers, centralize that, or find another way to capture those things, but be in the moment is what we need to be. Here's the reality. Decisions are not made in summaries. They're made in conversations. AI can absolutely support an S&OP process, but it can't replace it. It can't replace the voices, the questions, the conflict, and make those processes meaningful. So yes, embrace the bots. Let them record. Let them transcribe. All hail our AI overlords that's coming. But don't let them become your voice. Because if AI is the only one really paying attention in your meeting, it's not a productive meeting. It could have been an email. Well, that's a wrap. I'm going to go review this AI transcript that I made from this to see exactly what I said or what I maybe should have said. My name is Eric Wilson. You can find me at eric@ibf.org. That's eric@ibf.org. Thanks to our wonderful and marvelous and fantastic sponsor, Arkiva. I said I've been working with them for over a decade. They are a great sponsor. So check out Arkiva, driving business transformation by solving what others cannot. I said at the beginning I do have an exciting new project. Stay tuned for that. You'll be able to find out more on another YouTube channel. This one's not going anywhere. You still have all the content coming here every other week. Webinars, podcasts, everything from IBF. So keep IBF.org, IBF on demand. Keep it bookmarked, follow it, but I'm going to have something else that's going to have more shorter content, more vibrant type of media that it will maybe appeal to maybe a younger generation and maybe you as well. So if you're listening only, stay tuned. You're going to have some content you may want to follow then as well. I'm asking everyone to follow that as well. And I have a final thing that AI to transcribe, but it's an action item for this podcast. So if you're taking note of action items, here's an action item. Hey Siri, hey Google, don't forget, wash your hands.